What? Yeah, my position, like, the one restart ago, my sector was really nice because I had like, I could affect it, like I was at like a corner of the galaxy, so I could just like expand in one direction and then, you know, be done with it. But them's the breaks. Yeah, 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 I get you. Yeah, I know, I know, I know. I figured I'm like, you know, I could say open my mouth and fucking say this to Pilarn, but I'm pretty sure at this point, you know, I was like, I figure Pilar knows what's up by now, so. Oh my god, he's an industrialist space miner, and he's focusing on growing the economy. That all sounds really good, but it's actually worse than like all the other guys that I had previously. But because I'm more focused about on trade, you know, like the previous guys were all about trade and growth, and that was really good. And this guy is like fucking industry, man. Yeah, I don't have an heir. No. All right. The only empire we're a part of is the empire of God, Pilarn. You know. At the pearly gates of heaven, they measure your nose and your bank account. So keep that in mind. I don't know enough about Jewish religion to really know like if their heaven and hell like situation is like similar or not. But I know they don't have like purgatory, but they don't have that made up bullshit like purgatory. You know, we just have. No, they don't. I don't think they do because I think it's like a Protestant thing, if I'm not mistaken, or Catholic. Oh god, this voice is the worst though. Yep. I like the xenophobe and the militarist. He uses what? Call? What does he use? What did you say? Oh right. Yeah. Fucking. Yeah, I used to like the egalitarian because he was just very stereotypical American sounding guy. But he's got a little bit of like a change now. Yeah, it is. Well, it's like I think like the also the corporate ones are pretty fucking terrible too because they're the, the worst part about not being a xenophobe is that your claims are or your expansions are more expensive to make. Like the only good part of because some of my guys are like slightly xenophiles, they get 10% more trade. the nice thing is that when I'm xenophile, I can try like the crossbreed mechanic thing. But oh my god, just the pops that I'd have to manage though. Yeah. 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 There are no problems internally. I've got like consecrated worlds, which I think are kind of like, I don't know what exactly they do for me. Yeah, which doesn't sound too exciting in all honesty. Sounds about right. So you know, it's a great mechanic. I'm getting like decent planets, so I'm pretty happy about that. It's a good thing we call it the Eye of Ball and not like Ball Sphincter or something like that. Or the anus of Ball. Oh shit, I'm not producing enough food. I can see how that might cause some grievances with the local population. I have to say though, like the nice thing about slaves is that you can just fit so many of them on a planet. Like if you really wanted to, you could make it so that, you know, you could have 2 slaves for every 1 pop, which I think is like insanely powerful because it effectively means that you're still gonna have to like build the planets up with like ruling class pops, but it just means that like all the menial jobs can also be done without like having to worry about it. Oh, that does sound like a ball ache and a half. That's why I maintain, you know, the if robots are just the least ball ache option, they're kind of like very worth it. It's the rule of the least sore balls, I like to call it. Oh my god, one of my science ships fucking drove into the enigmatic fortress. Shit on my dick. I'm in the north, by the way. Alright. I'm also in the northern. outer ring. Cause well, I guess it's like it's only 2 arms, if you know what I mean. So we buy food from whom? I don't know, but we do. Food is being bought from somewhere. I also like how there's no longer resources on planets that you mine with like mining stations, because it's like such a ball ache where you're like, oh, better not put a fucking mining station on this planet, you know? Because it's a colonizable one. I'll get bonus trade power from pops that are devoted to spiritualists, but it doesn't tell me how much bonus I get. So that is always something that's good. I wouldn't want to know the math behind a decision. I wouldn't want to be able to make an informed decision, Plarn. You know, it's the role play, you know, like much like with the merchant one, where it turns out the bonus just didn't actually apply. Alien Reform Lobby, new contact, no purges, Enclaves Incorporation. Okay. I like the militarist lady, simply because she's very, like, I guess excitable, but not like there is no like other, like, she's just aggressive, right? There's no like other there's not like for the empire lol lol after every sentence or whatever. I found a ruined science nexus, which is something. It's within their territory. Are they a fallen empire? No, they are not. Okay. Well, howdy, nice to meet you. Oh, they're okay. I'll like move towards them because I want. Let me tell you, man, I want their fucking. I want to establish a, you know, a cultural embassy on their planet. Yeah. Yeah. But like so, but you at least have like 2 or 3 planets, right? That you can colonize. Well, small size really doesn't matter until you hit like the population cap, so it doesn't really like, or district cap, so kind of like it doesn't. You don't lose any tempo, shall we say, from having small planets. I already, yeah, I already see my fucking borders becoming established. Jeez. Need more alloys in order to. I need more allies, otherwise I can't build the bases. Okay, borders with those guys have been established, which is a bit of a shame. Because they have a ruined science nexus in their place, and they also just took like a tundra planet from under my little nose thing. That is fine. I'm gonna just concede that. Now it's influence, which is good. Everything's going alright. No, it's like indirect xenology. Sorry, I need to make sure that my factions were happy, because influence is very important for my guys. I'm like, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up! You don't want to get. It's a fucking mad dash for the land, Flarn. Yes, if I can get that, I'll have some. I'll have at least another way out. Okay, influence caps. I think a xenophobe is a little bit like it might be a little bit too powerful if you know what I mean, but I'm not 100% sure. Because just the growth and like just the expansion that you can get from being xenophobe xenophobe is so good. Like I think if you're playing any kind of like competitive game, you can't really pass it up. Because the 20% growth speed grows your economy, and the like I think it's like also 20% claim cost reduction or whatever the hell allows you to grow your borders. Achieve the scientific breakthrough. I can stop trading for food now. Okay, I've locked that little base off. Oh man, I've locked a really like I've locked like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 systems off from enemy expansion. Yep. Now I need more science to like really get anywhere. So yeah, you need to fuck off, go over here. Survey that system. I actually chose the one vision ascension perk, which I usually never choose, simply because of the I want to make sure that almost everybody in my empire is spiritualist. Yeah, it's quite nice. The 10% unity is quite nice, and then like, but usually I just have nothing that ever synergizes with it, so like always just pick the research. Okay, I have my borders in a way where I'm satisfied, if you know what I mean. Like, I've got an enigmatic fortress blocking me in one way, which is fair enough because it's like also a wall for me. And I have enough like little systems kind of like cut off from enemy expansion so that I'm not like, don't feel like I'm missing out. Currently there's one like more frontier that's being like hotly contested, which I think they're building a starbase in there. Yeah, that might be. Yeah, they did. They successfully built one in there. Okay. Fuck. Oh yeah. No. Fuck that. Fucking shit. Worst part about this game is the pop-ups. I have to say. Like, Christ on a bike. You'll be like, no, I fucking need this system. It's important for like the geostability that these borders work out like in a non-cancerous way. And it's like, hello, would you like to like fucking purchase my like, you know, anti-fucking hemorrhoid cream? And I'm like, oh my god. There's one more frontier I can expand in over there. That is a good system. I got quite a bit of like undiscovered. I think like I've got quite a bit of like undiscovered rare resources that I could extract in future in my systems. Damn, they fucking got that planet too, bastards. Yeah, the one frontier that I kind of like didn't because I couldn't exactly like expand in like fucking 3 directions at once, if you know what I mean. So the one frontier that I kind of neglected ended up having like a, even though it's size 11, it had a continental world in there, and that's now part of the enemy's domain. Did you pause or did I pause? Okay. Oh shit. Fuck me. Yeah, my sincerest meme dolences, I guess. How are these guys? They are weary of me. They can have that system. It's the last frontier thingy is like a 2 energy, 3 mineral system, and I'm like, they can have it. You know, I only not gonna fight the battles that aren't worth fighting, you know. Was it a fallen empire or? Yeah, like if they built like if they spent even like a little bit focusing on military, then it's kind of like GG. Okay, these guys are also weary of me. Yeah, 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 and like it's kind of like does it finding a losing war kind of puts you more behind than losing those two systems does, if you know what I mean. I mean, it is what you would do as like if like you're playing like a militarist empire. You're just like you're really hoping you're like preying upon upon empires that are kind of focusing expansion, and then you just take their like fabricate claims on their stuff and take their shit. Okay, there's one more frontier. All other frontiers have calmed down and borders have been drawn, except for one. There is one more frontier that I can still fight with the border pushing on. The final frontier. I found a system with the 13 energy credits in it. Oh my god, there's a fucking dragon in there. The final frontier has a dragon in it. You can kind of see how that might be an issue. Don't take it personally, Jews. It's just business. Okay, so they've like, oh, so they're doing an imposed ideology war on me. That's something. What the fuck? Well, that's kind of bad, because I mean, do I just have to accept it? I guess I'll see. Like, I'll see if like their fleet is just that much stronger than mine. I might just have to accept it, which is not ideal. Let me tell you that. The Olark Trade Association is like Oklar Trade Association. They're giving me a lot of time to build up my military. Okay, they're only 560 power, which is not much more than what I've got, so. Which is like, so they're actually kind of sad. Fortunately, the nice thing is I can just, um, I can kind of just sell some shit and then buy alloys to, okay, I might have to just accept surrender. I didn't realize you could do a fucking impose ideology war on people. Well, that's something. Well, they just changed my ethos from fanatic um, spiritualist to fanatic thing. Fanatic materialist, yeah. Don't even know because I like the AI must fucking cheat in order to get like its armies that strong. Because they are like, oh yeah, we've got 6 planets and we have like a fleet of 1,000 K at the start. And it's like I'm pretty sure like I could not have that if I tried, if you know what I mean. Well, they're now my super buddies, which is something, I guess. Oh, my fucking civics changed too. Holy shit. That's quite bad. Um, right. Well, I hope you have a save game, Polarn, because they removed my criminal heritage, civic, and I can't take it back. So yeah, I think that's a little bit bullshit. It's like it just said that they were gonna change my ethics. Didn't say that they were gonna fucking change all my civics as well. Like, so, and apparently they can change civics that you start with, like that are like you can't remove or take them, but you can apparently remove them in a war. That's a little bit bullshit, game. Hope I hope you have a fucking save game. Jesus Christ, fucking this game. Like a year or so ago, I'm not sure. Fucking hell, man. Paradox, holy shit. Because there's no, like, they don't even say, right? Like, because I hover over the surrender button, I'm like, what does this actually do? It doesn't actually say what it does, it just says this will impose, like, their ideology onto you. And it's like, no, apparently it changes your ideology and your civics, too. So it's a good way to get rid of the life-seeded civic. And also, well, like, how can they change criminal heritage though, which is like the same. You can't remove or take it from the start, if you know what I mean. Guess I'm gonna have to fucking fight that to the death, but it's so dumb. 1,000, and I have like 500. But their ships are also better than my ships, apparently. Like, fleet power for fleet power. Because it's literally a war that ruins your playstyle. Like, if they just took like 2 of my systems, I'd be fine with that, or whatever the fuck. But it's literally like a lol, we're just gonna change your build completely war, and you can't change it back.